Ito ang mainit na balita at trending ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Matapos ang matinding harapan ng Kongreso at ng dating Pangulo, abay to the rescue ang isang maka-Duterte.
Ang Duterte Youth Party List po ay patuloy na naninindigan sa Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at pangalawang Pangulo Sara Duterte na naglingkod ng maayos, dumurog sa mga durugista para proteksyonan ang milyon-milyong Pilipino. Ang kinokondena nyo ngayon ay ang dalawang naging most trusted leaders ng bansa na todo effort protektahan ang milyong-milyong mga Pilipino.
Kaya naman hindi ito pinalagpas ni Akop ang mga birada ni Cardema.
Beg to disagree with my colleague kasi bata pa siya. Ako, I have given up my life for this country. The former president is only 2 years older than I am. But I have been fighting for this country. I was a member of the Philippine Constabulary and became a policeman after Republic Act 6975 was enacted. This statement of my colleague betrays her ignorance. Kung gusto po niya na magpa-imbestiga, mag-file siya ng resolution and maybe refer to the appropriate committee to be fair with her. She is a congressman. She knows the rules. However, your statement or your statements betray your ignorance of our rules here in this House of Congress. So I beg to disagree, Mr. Chair, na sila lang ang nakikipaglaban at marunong makipaglaban sa kalaban. As I've said before, I have given the most part or most years of my life fighting the enemy of this country.
Buwelta naman ng batikang broadcaster at supporter ng mga Marcos.
Itong batang mamabatas na ito, hindi yata alam ang ginagawa. Paano naging congressman yan? Kasi yung batikos niya, bakit daw hindi iniimbitahan? Hindi daw nakinabang sa war on drugs. So marami siyang binanggit na masadong masakit talaga yan. Iisipin mo, dami ng hearing na nangyari, hindi ka nag-a-attend. Minsan ka lang umattend ka lang kasi nandun ang amo mo, si mga Duterte. Dahil ikaw ay Duterte party list. So kinakatawan ka ng mga Duterte. Tapos sinusuportahan mo pa yung paglabag sa karapatang pantao. Umami na nga si Duterte na lahat ng masama ginawa niya. Babanatan mo pa yung Kongreso, babanatan mo pa yung mga kasamahan mo, talagang hindi ka palalampasin. So, si Congresswoman Cardema, Duterte Party List, yun po yung may tuturing nating umepal na wala sa lugar. Nasermonan at sinabi pang ignorance. Wow, pasakit yun.
Binunyag naman ng kilalang tinik sa lalamunan ng mga Duterte kung sino talaga ang tunay na big boss.
Yung grupo niya, yung sindikato niya, sila Michael Yang, sila Pulong, Charlie Tan, started importing illegal drugs through the front door sa customs. Pero ang ginawa nila nung una, a few months nung start ng administration niya, binabasag nila yung mga shabu laboratory everywhere with the projection na seryoso sila sa illegal drugs, pero mga kompetensya nila yon, yung local shabu manufacturers. So nung na-abolish na nila lahat, in-import na nila through the front door. Ngayon, magkano ang presyo nung shabu at that time nung kanila tumaas. So yung cartel nila ang nakinabang nung monopolization ng drug war. Kaya nga, sa galit niya, kunyari, sa pagpe-pretend niya ng galit siya sa illegal drugs, pero nung in-import yung 11 billion na shabu, yung 6.4 billion na shabu, then a few others na in-import, meron bang sinabihan si Duterte na kung sino yung drug lord behind it? Wala po. Tapos ito po yan. Sino po yung customs commissioner na nung time na yon? Si Faeldon sa 6.4, si La Peña nung 11 billion. Di ba? Pinadaan sa customs. Kung talagang galit na galit ka at hindi mo kasabwat yung nagpasok na yon, you should have hung these people kung talagang ganun siya magsalita eh. Pero anong ginawa po niya? Pre-promote niya. No? Pre-promote niya po ito. Pre-protectionan niya kasi mga kasindikato niya. Then, here comes si Peter Lim, who was identified as one of the drug lords. Pero same triad nila Michael Yang, kaya hindi nila mapatay, inaalis na lang. No? Kunyari, nung nape-pressure, pinailan po ng kaso, pero anong ginawa ho? Dinismiss. Despite the evidence, Tapos, anong ginawa ho dun sa prosecutor na nag-dismiss, prinomote na judge? We have documented all this. Kaya we followed yung sequence ho. Kaya hindi kami mabobola ng mga ganyang parang seryoso. At kaya ako maraming nalilito na parang talagang gusto niyang ayusin lang talaga yung illegal drugs. Pero hindi.
Former Senator Trillanes, yes.
yes.
Can we just...
Just one more point, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, yeah.
Ito na lang po.
We're
Then,
going
Mr. Chairman,
off
if I may-
tangent from
Okay, yes.
from our discussion.
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman.
Para to save time, no, Mr. Chairman, can we have the documents that na sinasabi mo a while ago? So, para lang po makuha namin yung lahat ng
Yes.
points that you have mentioned.
I already submitted to the COMSEC yung
When was this?
just today, yung nung
Okay.
present po.
Alright,
And,
thank you.
Kon po, yun po, as challenged earlier by Chairman Paduano, na pwede pong imbitahin yung AMLAC, but as I understand, hindi po exempted yung legislative inquiry because sinubukan na po namin yan. Pero exempted ang impeachment. So lalabas po yan eventually din. Pero yung ombudsman po, when they investigated this, they asked the AMLAC, kasi meron silang MOA ng exchange of information, nakuha nila yung mga dokumento na yun, kaya nga po na-validate yung aming mga dokumento. At ang magpapatotoo po nito, yung tinanggal sa pwesto na si Deputy Ombudsman Arthur Carandang. You can also invite him. Pero ito po yan. Nakita nyo po kanina nung sinabi ni Chairman Suarez na kung pwede siyang pumirma, ano hong ginawa niya, nanggulo siya. No? Pero baka pwedeng ibalik natin dun sa issue na pipirma siya ng waiver. O baka ngayon, nagtutulog-tulugan naman ho. So, pwede po natin papirmahin ang
Yes,
waiver pa rin.
yeah, Senator Trillanes, we'll get to that item later. So I gave you your chance to speak, and I will now recognize Congressman Sindanya. Yes, Congressman Sindanya. Thank you.
May
You've
I interrupt?
Mr. Chairman,
Just one moment.
Um,
I was not sleeping. I was praying
I hope
for his soul.
I hope I was included in your prayers, former President.
Nagdarasal
Duterte.
po ako. Hindi ako nagtutulog.
Okay. Yes, Chairman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, since former Senator Trillanes has mentioned about the authenticity of such, and you mentioned the name of former Deputy Ombudsman Carandang. So, Mr. Chairman, I move that we will invite former Deputy Ombudsman Carandang on the next hearing, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion that we
Second.
invite former Deputy Ombudsman Carandang. Any second? Duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, motion's approved. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman,
Congressman-
I was informed by the COMSEC that the documents that this representation is asking is not a document. It's a video.
No. It's the presentation. We got the same one. We can have it reprinted, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, with the permission of Chairman
Yeah.
Dan.
We will give it.
Let's
I just would
recognize-
like to ask some questions to our one of the resource persons, former Senator Antonio Trillanes. Regarding po ito dun sa nabanggit ni Congressman Bong Tebes kanina, na may na-file daw ho kayong kaso laban kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, including his son, Congressman Pulong Duterte, and his son-in-law, Mans Carpio, and other respondents. Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang po malaman kung ano yung kaso na i-file po ni former Senator Trillanes.
Mr. Chairman, ang na-file ko na case laban kay Duterte ay tatlong plunder cases. Yung una, tungkol doon sa mga ghost employees at mga confidential funds niya sa Davao. Tapos pangalawa, yung frigate scam na 16 billion na kung saan ang binigay nila ng mga equipment ay yung mga segunda klase, whereas doon sa kontrata mga primera klase yung nakalagay. Tapos pangatlo, yung 6.6 billion pesos na infrastructure projects na binigay ni Duterte at ni Bongo doon sa tatay at kapatid ni Bongo, starting nung mayor siya until nagpresidente siya. Then, may final din ako na illegal drug smuggling case laban kay Pulong Duterte, kay Mans Carpio, kay Charlie Tan, Nicanor Faildon, Allen Capuyan, at iba pa. Ito yung tungkol sa 6.4 billion peso shabu na hinayaan lang nung presidenteng galit daw sa illegal na droga, pero ang mga kinasuhan lang yung mga maliliit na players at na-spare yung mga drug lords.
Mr. Chair, pwede ho ba malaman kay former Senator Trillanes kung saan niyo po i-final yung mga kasong ito?
Final ko po sa DOJ itong illegal drug trading case. Yun pong unang plunder case na ito nga, which included the illegal ill-gotten wealth of Duterte, sa ano po yun, sa ombudsman. Then, yung dalawang plunder ay nandoon din po sa DOJ na file. Apo.
Mr. Chair, I am more particular on the case that you just have recently filed,
Yes.
the 6.4 million shabu, and that was filed before the Department of Justice, correct?
Opo, yes, Mr.
And
Chairman.
may we know, Mr. Chair, what is the status of this case pending before the DOJ?
Ngayon po, nasa case build-up stage siya. Pero ano po ito, no? Open and shut case ito dahil yung ibang involved dito na akusado ay actually na-convict. So they will just be using the same set of evidence. Pero this time, it will include ito na mga ibang mga personalities na hindi nasama dun sa unang kaso, Mr. Chairman.
And aside from
Mr. Chair,
Congressman...
may I interrupt? If this is an open and shut case, why is there a build-up until now?
Dahil
Nagmamakawa ako sa Diyos na i-file na. Dispense with the investigation, file the case in court.
darating po tayo dyan, Mr. Chairman. Pero ito po, no, buti nga yung anak niya na drug lord at saka yung ano niya, son-in-law
That
ay
would be,
ano,
I take exception to that statement, Mr. Chair.
Please,
It is not fair. And
it's my
it is a
opinion.
mischievous
It's my
statement.
opinion. Ikaw nga pinapapatay mo yung mga suspected.